Hi, I'm Divine Harmony. I'm an astrologer with my master's in depth psychology. Today I'm going to talk to you about the cosmic insight for the week of Monday, July 1st through Sunday, July 7th. There are several different dominating themes this week. The first one involves Saturn, the planet of mastery and karma, limitation, and grounding. On Monday, Venus squares Saturn, and at the very end of the week on Sunday, Saturn stations direct. So essentially all week long we have a stationary Saturn. The planet is slowing to a stop and then it's going to move forward. Of course, this is all from our perspective on Earth. If you were in outer space, planets do not stop and go backwards. But it's from our perspective here on Earth, and the ancients attributed significance to it, and there's definitely a correlation with what plays out in our lives when we notice that planets are retrograde. Venus square Saturn is a reality check in finances, relationships, love, and self-worth. It's kind of like the rubber meets the road and we need to deal with it. It's not necessarily a high time of feeling like you're seeing all the possibilities. It's more of a practical time where you're seeing the reality and addressing it. With Saturn stationary all week long, stationing direct on Sunday, it amplifies this need to address what is. Looking at the shadow, looking at what's not working, looking at where things are stuck and stagnant, looking at what's dragging us down. These are themes this week. The other focus is that the Sun triggers the Uranus-Pluto square, Monday through Wednesday. If you recall, Uranus is the rebel, the revolutionary, the great awakener. Pluto's the lord of the underworld, and he exposes the shadow and what's toxic. These two coming head to head is a recipe for transformation and unprecedented change. But it's also a time where breakdowns precede breakthroughs. And so wherever anything's stuck, stagnant, no longer working, Uranus square Pluto comes and rips the rug out from underneath us. And then we need to kind of find a new foundation to stand on. With the Sun triggering this, we're being brought, our awareness is being brought to what's out of balance and not working and what needs to change in our lives. If we're resisting this and attached to old ways of being, particularly because the Sun is in Cancer, a sign that likes the past and wants to kind of stick with it, then we can find that things are dramatically changing in sudden, exciting, or maybe anxiety-producing ways. So in the beginning part of the week, it's a time to really address what needs to change and then midwife that change and rebirth process. On the positive side, the Sun is trining Chiron, the North Node, and Venus is trining Uranus, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the last part of the week. And so there is this opening and this awareness of what needs to happen and where the growth is and where the healing is and what needs to be let go of so that we can move forward in more liberated, expansive ways. So if we take the earlier part of the week to really address what needs to change, the latter part of the week can actually be a time of opening up to that change and then seeing where it can take us. Keep that in mind this week, as it's definitely a powerful one. Yours in the stars.